howdy, 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 howdy. How are you doing today? It is me, Boba ASMR. Boba ASMR back with another box to open for you guys. Today we have a Japanese booster box. This is the Paradise Dragona set. And I think today's video will be a little bit different than my first three. I think I'm going to be a little bit more focused on the ASMR today. In my last unboxing, I had a moment where I was tracing with my knife on the box, so I think I'll spend some time making those tracing noises, which I think is a nice audio trigger, and also a nice visual trigger as well. And then we can get into the packs. I'll also try my best to continue to have a lot of tapping, and maybe we can trace some of the cards as well. There are 30 packs, I believe, in this Japanese booster set, booster box. So, quite a few packs to open. If I do feel like the time is going a little long, I may save some packs for maybe a couple YouTube shorts or something like that. But then again, maybe we'll just go through all of them. I think it would be nicer to be able to see the hits and everything that I get in one video. So we'll play that part by ear, play it by ear, just a little bit. Some crinkle. There were also some rather loud car noises, so there's a little bit of a cut there. But yeah. It actually came from a comment in the last video. Someone said they really liked the tracing with the knife on the Shrouded Fable box, and I quite liked it as well, so I think I'm going to try to do some more of that right now. So like I said, this is a Pokemon box of Paradise Dragona. We do have a decent amount of traffic tonight, but yes, so this box is a Pokemon Paradise Dragona box, Japanese, with the highlight Pokemon being Latios. And Latios. Along with Alolan Executor. noises, but I am realizing how hard it can be to control your breath. We have this keychain Pokemon on the side of the box as well. We have Execute. Looking all silly here. And we have Latios. A lot less silly. Also have a Palkia on the other side. A Quaxley. And a Trapinch. Trapinch. So, hopefully that tracing was nice. Let's go ahead and rip the box open and start getting into some of these packs. So, a couple chase cards in that set are the full art Latios and Latias. And I believe there's also a couple of popular, valuable trainers in this set that we could also pull. Okay, so let's get into our first Paradise Dragona pack. This is my first time opening any Paradise Dragona. I forget this guy's name, but maybe this will be a less of a talking video. Wow. First pack, we have the Brugsish AR Art Rare. Funny enough, I feel like I do have this card, and I thought I hadn't opened any Paradise Dragona, so I will have to double check on that. Looking around, let me grab some sleeves. I'm a big fan of underwater SARs and ARs, just because I feel like they look very nice. That is our very first pack. We have the AR. Let's see what's in pack number two. I guess the pack trick for these guys is one from the back. Trainer card. Vibrata. It's the keychain Pokemon. I'm not so sure what his name is, I forget. Pack number 3. Let's do the proper card trick this time. Code 1. We have a cast form, sunny variation here. Execute. And an ace spec. These are very fun cards. I haven't quite gotten around to playing the game, but I would love to jump into the actual TCG Maybe we'll trace him lightly with the knife as well. Sorry about that. There's quite a bit of noise going on in around the apartment, I guess. But here's our cast form. Cast form deserves a little bit more love, I think. It's a very fun Pokemon. Very fun in different forms. And this is a very cool card. I feel a little weird scratching it. But we have another. And it's pretty fun to trace. I wish I could read these. But this attack here does 50 damage for 2 energies. Not too much damage done, so that's nice. Let's go forward. Another pack here. So yeah, I know I said in my last video that I'd be moving away from purely openings, and I will. I hope this one is a little bit different with the tracing and other triggers, but I would love to start doing some Altaria fun card. Altaria is a gorgeous Pokemon. I'm not so sure if Altaria has a full art. I'm not too sure that I've seen one. But I think it definitely deserves one. But as I was saying, I will be filming perhaps a Pokemon video game video in the near future. Kind of taking a look at my old Game Boy games or DS games. Loading up the save files for the first time in a long time. Seeing what we got going on. I believe this is Lesi's appeal. So we're on the lookout for the full art versions of this. But yeah, I think a video game video would be pretty relaxing. I also think maybe like roleplay style video of like showing you my collection. Having it be like a friend is trading you cards, or you're in a shop, Pokemon shop. Either thing I've seen done pretty well, and I think it can be fun. Hollow in that one. I'm not sure who that is. But I think either of those ideas would be pretty fun. A little bit different. And then for not non-ASMR, but non-Pokemon content, I think it would be fun to do a cooking ASMR video. There's a lot of relaxing sounds that you can get out of cooking. So that is another style of video that I would love to try to shoot. and try to come up with some triggers that are either rare or have not been done at all before. So if you're into any of those ideas, please do subscribe to stay updated. And if you like this video, feel free to leave a like and comment anything you want about Pokemon, or how your week is going, or what your favorite ASMR trigger has been recently. Anything like that. I think it'd be really fun to hear from you. I forgot to mention at the beginning of the video, but I am really excited that we are already almost at 50 subscribers. I posted my first video just about a week ago now, and it's been a fun little week, getting a couple different comments and, you know, seeing some people enjoy the content that I've put out. So here is, actually this is an SAR, I'm not sure which card this is exactly. I'll go ahead and look it up really quickly. This is the Drayton SAR. So, it's a pretty cool card. I am not the biggest fan of trainer cards in general, normally, but this one is pretty fun. As I was saying, really excited to see some of the videos that I've put out be received well, and really excited that some of you guys liked them enough to subscribe. I'm really excited to make new videos and hopefully start to branch out into some more different kinds of ASMR. We've got a couple of cool EX hits here. The Terra, the Designation, the Rainbow Crown type of thing. I haven't watched the show recently enough to know much about that, or played the game, so I'm not the most familiar, but I know the cards look pretty cool. But yeah, all in all, thank you so much. Wow, this is a lot of hits early on in this box. So if I brought a arm, and this is a very good looking card. I like this card a lot. Really nice color scheme. A nice focus on our friend Vibrata. So I'm pretty happy with this one. I think this might be my favorite so far. Yeah, I think it'd be fun to look at some of my collection as well, and kind of take organizing it as an opportunity to make some videos. But hopefully you guys do like the close-up whispers as much as I do. I think that for me alone is what I look for most of the time in my ASMR videos, is just close-up whispers and something I can kind of listen to in the background while I do work. And I typically like kind of more variety triggers if I'm listening as I fall asleep. But I have not been using ASMR to fall asleep as much as I've been using it as kind of white noise while I work. But yeah, editing these videos has been kind of a fun little task on its own. I've been learning how to use iMovie and how to edit. Oh, there's Black Hero. That's cool. EX card. I feel like I've pulled a lot of cool EX Japanese cards, which is kind of unfortunate because I'd to use them in the actual game, but I don't think they're going to be very useful for me as someone who cannot read Japanese. Lots of cards just kind of organized into a big box right now. And I'd really like to split them up into a couple different binders. I think I will be starting off with my 4x4 or 2x2 4 cards to a page binders. This is a cool card too. But yeah, for my binders, I'm going to start with 3 4 cards on a page style binders. One of them will be kind of a favorite Pokemon binder, and I'm going to collect as many cards as I can for each of my favorites. Right now I have a lot of Gyarados cards, and I would also like to get some Magikarp cards to kind of pair with the Gyarados cards, and I'd also really like to have probably a lot of Gen 1 in that binder. Venusaur, Blastoise, the starters are obviously top picks for me. I also really like the legendary birds and Mew and Mewtwo. A lot of the classics. So I think that is one binder. And then for a different one, I will be filling it with my favorite vintage cards. So I'm not so sure I'll divvy that up because I feel like a lot of my favorite vintage cards are also my favorite like Gen 1 Pokemon in the first place. So it'll have to be kind of other vintage cool cards as well. And then I think I'm going to use the other one as kind of a trade binder. And I think I'll have to go from there in terms of figuring out how to keep my other cards. I do have a childhood binder. There's quite a bit of vintage in it. That may be fun to go through one day, but I'm not too sure. I don't think I'm going to want to separate my childhood cards. I think I'd rather keep my childhood binder separate from my newer collection. We're getting down to our last few packs. If you're still watching, I hope you fall asleep soon. Unless you're just listening to me ramble while you work. In which case, you're doing a great job. Keep powering through whatever it is you're doing. It's another Latios. I wonder if we'll get a Latios as well. Hopefully I remember to take that sound out, whatever that was. Let's see what we got here. There is a Latios EX in here. Not the full art, but I will take the EX. This is a cool card as well. Here we are, our last pack. Maybe we get lucky and we have another full art in here, but I don't think so. There you have it. These are definitely my 3 favorite hits from these packs. If you enjoyed the video, thank you for watching till the end. Please leave a like and subscribe, and let me know what you would like to see next. I hope you have a wonderful day or night,